Okay, now we will learn next method of finding out SCF, that is known as prime factorization method. Okay, so I am taking exercise 6a question number 5th and I am solving question number A. In this we have to find out SCF of 30 and 75. Okay, so let's see how can we find out SCF of 30 and 75. So in this case what we have to do, we have to divide this 30 by prime numbers. Okay, we have to divide this 30 by prime numbers and we have to divide up to we will not get 1 as our quotient. Okay, let's see how we divide. First we will divide it by 2. We know that 2 is a prime number. Why it is called prime number? Because 2 is divisible by 1 and itself, means a number which is divisible by 1 and itself is known as prime number. Okay, so you have already learned this. Prime numbers are the number that is divisible by 1 and itself. So we are dividing this 30 by 2, means 30 divided by 2, that is 2 ones are 2 and 2 fives are 10, means 2 15s are 30. Now we get 15 as our quotient, so we will write 15 here. Now again we will divide this quotient by prime number. We know that we cannot divide this by 15 by 2, so we will divide by 3 because 3 is also a prime number. So we know that 15, if we divide 15 by 3, what we will get? 3 fives are 15. Now what we will write? 5 ones are 5. Now what we get? We get 1. So we will stop here because we get 1 as our quotient. So we have divided 30. Same way we will divide 75 also. So we know that 5 is there, that means it is divisible by 3. Okay, let's do it. 75 divided by 3. 3 ones are 3. 3 twos are 6. What we will get? 1. If we take down this 5 down, what we will get? 3 fives are 15, means 3 25s are 75. Now we know that 25 is not divisible by 3. Okay, 25 not comes in the table of 3. So what we will write? We will write 5. Okay, we will write 5 here because 25 is divisible by 5 and 5 is also a prime number. So 5 fives are 25. Now we get 5, so we will divide this 5. 5 ones are 5. Now we get 1 as our quotient, so we have to stop here. Now what we have to do? We have to write all these product. Okay, so we will write this number as the product of 30. 30 is equal to 2 into 3 into 5. Okay, and we can write this 75 also as product as 3 into 5 into 5. Okay, and we have already learned that the numbers that we write as a product, they are also the factors of that numbers, means 2 is also factor, 3 is also factor, 5 is also factors of 30. Here also 3 is a factor of 75, 5 is also factor of 75. But now how can we find out highest common factor between these two numbers? Because we have to find out SCF of 30 and 75. So what we will do? We will find out common numbers between these both the product. So here you can see that 2 is there but 2 is not in 75. So we will take 3. We know that 3 is in the product of 30 and 3 is also in the product of 75. Okay, here 5 is also in the product of 30 and 5 is also in the product of 75. So we know that which is common in both the number. So the SCF is 3 and 5. That means 3 multiplied by 5, that is equal to 15. Means the common numbers between both the product, we will write them in separate and their product is the SCF of both the numbers. Because 3 and 5 is common in both the number, that is why we have written 3 multiplied by 5, that is equal to 15, and 15 is the SCF of 30 and 75. And this method is known as prime factorization method because we are finding out factors with the help of prime numbers. Okay, we are using prime numbers to divide that number and we have find out factors. Same way here we have divided this 75 with the help of prime numbers and we have find out factors, and now we have find out common factors in both of the numbers and we have written them as product, and this becomes our SCF. So this is how we can find out SCF with the help of prime factorization method. Okay, let's solve one more example so that it will be more clear to you. Okay, suppose we have to find out SCF of 64 and 80. Okay, I am taking question number B, 64 and 80. So what we have to do? We have to divide this 64 by prime numbers. So let's write 64 and we will divide this 64 by prime number. So we will start from 2. We know that 2 3 is 6 and 2 4 is 2 2 is 4, means 2 32 is 64. Now again we will divide this 32 by 2. What we will get? 2 1 is 2 and 2 6 is 12. If you don't know how I am doing, you can do it in rough also, because I am doing by direct method. So 2 1 is 2 and 2 6 is 12. What we get as our quotient? 16. So this 16 you have to write here. Okay, same 16 we get. So now it is a small number, so there is no need to do in rough. We know the table of 2. We know that 2 8 is 16. So we will write 8 here. Again we know 2 4 is 8 and 2 2 is 4 and 2 1 is 2. So okay, if we get 1, that means our quotient is 1 and we have to stop here. Now what we will do? We will write 80 and we will also divide this 80 by prime number. So we will start from 2. 2 4 is 8, 2 40 is means 240 is 80. Again 2 2 is 4 and 0 0 is 2 0 is 0. 2 10 is 20, 2 5 is 10 and 5 1 is 5. We get 1 at the last, that means our division is over. Now what we have to do? We have to write this 64 as the product of this number. So what we will write? 64 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. 6 2s are there. Next we have to write this 80 also as the product of number, that is 1 2 3 4. That is 1 2 3 4 and 5 is also there. Now what we have to find? We have to find common numbers between both the products. We know that 2 is here also, 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 and now nothing is common between both the numbers. So what will be the SCF? SCF will be the product of all these common numbers. So 2 is there, so we will write 2 multiplied by 2 is again common, that means we will write 2 again. Again 2 is common in both the numbers, so we will write 2 again, and 2 is again common, so we will write 2 again. And now what we will do? We will multiply all these numbers. So that is 2 2 is 4, 4 2 is 8, 8 2 is 16. So 16 is our SCF. Okay, so this is known as prime factorization method. In this method we have to divide this number with the help of prime numbers, up to which we will not get 1 as our quotient, and when we get 1 as our quotient we will write them as a multiple of the number, and we will find out the common numbers between both the multiples and write them as single and multiply them to get the SCF. So this is known as prime factorization method. Okay.